Hi, I'm George the Weather Dad, and the weekend is upon us. Now, for those of us here in the Midwest, it's going to be a little bit on the wet side, and it's going to be a bit chilly, but we're going to see a nice warm up. And that's pretty much what we're going to be seeing during the month of March. We're going to see some cold periods and some warm periods. And now, in about a week and a half, we're going to see a major change in the overall weather pattern. I'll have that for you here in just a second. But first, let's talk about your Saturday. It's going to be chilly across most of the central U.S. You see that L there in Ohio? That's going to produce some rather unsettled weather. Nice down in Florida, very warm, but some cold air is streaming out of Canada. And then by Sunday, it's going to be well entrenched, so we're going to see temperatures well below normal. Normal high temperatures in the lower 50s in the Ohio Valley. These yellow colors, once again, representing normal temperatures. Down in Florida, in fact, you're going to be cooling off just a little bit. But this time of year, though, and you're going to get fronts down into the southeast, you're going to see more in the way of rain, not much more colder air, but you will see some cloudy skies, and that will take your temperatures down just a little bit. Now, that's on Sunday. Now let's jump right to Wednesday, and you can see a really nice warm up across most of the country. So the bottom line is Tuesday and Wednesday are going to be your pick days of the upcoming week to get some outdoor activities in. You might want to start working in your gardens, but just getting the soil ready. Still way too early to plant those vegetables, but you can see some really nice warm temperatures across the eastern 2/3 of the country. Still cold there in the Rockies. By next Friday, though, things change. We have another storm system moving its way into the Ohio Valley. This could produce some severe weather. We'll keep an eye on that. Very warm down in the extreme southeast, especially those of you in Florida. And this is going to give us here in the Midwest another shot of some cooler air. Now that's on Friday. All right, precipitation. Well, here's that messy stuff here on Saturday. In fact, we could be looking at some severe weather, especially in the southeast. That's late Friday night and on into your Saturday. Still fairly wet there in the Ohio Valley and on into the Appalachians, and we're probably looking at about a half to maybe an inch of rain. Here comes the next real bit of energy working its way into Pacific Northwest. In California, you're going to see some more snowfall totals there for you. You see that there here on your Sunday. Nice and dry across most of the central U.S. Once again, it's going to be cooler here, but look what happens up in the northeast. You get pounded with some pretty heavy rains and some rather gusty winds. You could be looking at about a half to an inch of rain, but again, the temperatures are a bit on the warm side ahead of this system, so you don't look for much in the way of snowfall. You could see some snow on the backside there late Sunday and on into your Monday out up in the northeast. Now, as far as Wednesday is concerned, again, it's going to be really nice here in the Ohio Valley, but here comes the next bit of energy working out of the Rockies. Florida looks like, again, you're going to get a little wet, but again, temperatures for you, you could drop down high temperatures in the upper 70s, but for the most part, you're going to be in the low to middle 80s there for you. But for us here in the Midwest, we're going to be above normal. Look for temperatures close to 60, 70 degrees here in the Ohio Valley. But once again, with the next system moving its way in, we're going to be looking at potentially some severe weather in the Ohio Valley and points down towards the south. This is on Friday. Some colder air working its way back into the Midwest, out of Canada, and here you see another little bit of energy working its way out of the Rockies. That's going to be our weekend weather here in the Midwest, because it looks like it's going to be a rather stormy, maybe late Saturday, Sunday of next week. Now let's take a look at the middle to the latter part now of the month of March, 15th to the 21st. Remember, the first day of spring, according to astronomically speaking, is on the 19th of March this year. This is where we're seeing a bit of a change. Near normal temperatures across here, most of the central U.S. down in the state of Florida. Very warm up in the northeast, but notice what happens here along the west coast. Now, we're seeing a reverse El Nino pattern. This is for, again, middle to latter part of the month of March. And precipitation, well, that reflects it as well. Drying out along the east coast, a little bit below normal here as we work our way in the central U.S. and east, but very wet down along the southeast and up into in New England. I'll be back on Tuesday with another update for you as we work our way through the month of March. Until then, I'm George, the Weather Dad.